Going well today.
I thought fatigue setting in very.
Sorry. We've all been there, just made me laugh.
We feel your pain.
So we're getting in bar one, Richard. Have we covered yet? Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Oh, you got your badge? I must remember that. Put mine on.
Fully badged up.
On second thing.
So that's start with the second one.
Can we play that?
I'm not sure.
With that.
Is it terrible?
Is the first one any good?
Yes. Well, okay.
Pick it up. Toi?
Yeah. That's enough good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, oh. There we go.
Hydration break.
Yeah, good idea. And the crowd stopped booing.
You can put some adverts on the screen.
Someone's going to run on and give us some tips.
Jesus runs on.
Uses his magic sponge.
It turns into wine.
Yeah. Oh, love it. Multi.
There are fewer people. You counted. There are 3 rows.
Oh gosh, yeah, there's a whole row less, yeah.
Right.
Excellent.
Okay.
So
Do you think it's shorter
Well,
procession?
that only means the department's smaller, not necessarily that there are less.
no,
There
but
might
it's
be-
purely
There
about
might be slower walkers.
We don't know.
Of course, getting on, yeah, we might.
Well, I mean,
No,
that's
no, just
the only person that really needs to know is you.
Yeah.
yeah. I've got my eyes shut.
So yeah, I can't see us getting as far as letter X. Okay.
You want the big screen for that last chord?
No, still there.
I got let off by that. Beautiful.
They get asked to walk slowly. No, they just can't do what they do.
Number 4.
Yes, 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 yes.
I like to keep things fresh.
Yeah. Tom Fish Nielsen, that's what they call you.
I like that fact that you, when you started the bar, you didn't know what you were going to do in the next beat and the beat after that. It's just keeping fresh for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
What am I going to do? What? I did that.
It's like watching Robin.
Every offence.
Clearer than that.
Are we going on to funk or the other things? Are we going on to 5 or go to...
Let's do 5, I think. I mean, we'll...
I'm just enjoying looking at us on the big screen, as Ace.
Fun.
I'm just enjoying looking at us on the big screen.
Basically,
Okay. Right.
I noticed these weren't fresh bottles, they've just filled them up with tap water today. The seals are broken on them. What is what? Oh,
I think it's kind of the point. Reusable bottles.
they were brand new, so the seals.
Ah.
That's cold.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's fine, yeah.
We can play something if you want.
Actually, we're going to play. If you wait for about 20 seconds, we'll all be playing at the same time.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
You.
Now we're at number 1.
They're in for a treat. There's 3 people going to want their money back.
Over on the box. So they loved it. Gotta go again, have we?
Yeah, shall we do the...
Short ones. Number 6.
Let's do number 6. I very much hope that's it.
Did you say then 3 lions?
Huh?
Did you say then 3 lions?
We've still got the bell.
Brilliant.
Never forget the bowl.
We'll see.
Students and guests, please do take your seats. Good morning and welcome to the London Business School 2026 Congregation Ceremony, where we will honour the students of the Masters in Management, Masters in Analytics and Management, and Masters in Financial Analysis programmes. Please ensure that your mobile phones are switched off, and if you are taking photographs, please also turn off the flash. For your safety, we ask that you remain in your seat and do not move around the auditorium unless preparing to process onto stage. And students, we kindly ask that you not throw your hats in the air. Guests, please remain seated, while students, please be upstanding for your stage party procession. Please do be seated. Students and guests, Dr. David Pyatt, CBE, Chairman of the Governing Body of the London Business School.
Good morning. How are you all doing? Looking forward to this day? Fantastic. You probably noticed at great expense, I made a call upstairs to have the weather not too warm and not too cold, and good for photographs. But, we have to have our contacts. So, as chairman of the governing body of London Business School, it is my honor and pleasure to welcome you all. First of all, especially our graduates, then very importantly, families, loved ones, and friends of the graduates, and many distinguished guests. Congregation ceremonies are always a high point of the academic year. For you as graduates, this will probably be one of the most memorable days in your lives. You worked hard, many times long into the night, made sacrifices to reach this goal today, learned many new skills, gathered insights, not only from the faculty and your professors, but also from your classmates from all around the world. You'll also have made some lifelong friends. So today, it may seem like the end of an important step in your lives, but of course, it's the first step to the next chapter. You're at the start of the next step in your career, the first rung on a long ladder towards whatever your aspirations might be. Of course, reading the news, which we all do, of the world looks pretty daunting. Geopolitical turmoil making planning difficult and stressful. The disruptive impact of AI, where really no one, even the tech experts, really know where this is all going. But of course, that's the good news, because this is precisely why you chose LBS. You've acquired the necessary skills to navigate all of these challenges. You now have a full toolbox to break down complex problems into manageable components. You've learned flexibility and learned that there is no one way to address issues. You have the experience of working across many different cultures. And remember, to deploy artificial intelligence effectively, you actually need something called actual intelligence. That's what you have. Machines don't have judgment. I'm sure many of you have seen the book by Sir Andrew Lickerman on this topic. And machines also don't create trust. We hope that in your lifelong journey, LBS will play a very important role. Today, you enter the community of worldwide alumni, some 58,000 strong. This is not just any alumni community, but one that has grown from our position as one of the very best business schools in the world. I'd like to see ourselves as the most international business school, given the diversity both of our faculty and the diversity of our student body. As you know, LBS was founded now 61 years ago. So by the standards of European or British schools, we're a baby. As an independent institution, however, we're absolutely free to forge our own course. We have a very solid base, being placed in the world's top business schools in all surveys and publications. And of course, the marker one that everybody looks at quickly is the MBA class, and there we ranked at number 4, about which we're all very pleased. Today, you'll join me as a fellow graduate. In fact, I graduated from here, and it wasn't even called the MBA class. I'm such a dinosaur. It was the MSc in Business Administration. My goodness, that is a mouthful. So luckily, when we broke away from London University in the early 90s, we then had the privilege of calling it what everybody else calls it, the MBA program. In 2005, I also received a fellowship from the school. So Antoinette, we're twins on this one. And what I learned at LBS gave me the tools to rise to eventually being a Fortune 500 CEO in the United States, and later on being recognized by that Harvard Business School, our little cross-Atlantic rival, as one of the top 5 performing CEOs in the world. So one day, one of you out in our midst may in fact be sitting up here as a member of the governing body, or maybe even as the chairman of the school. It is now my privilege as the chair of the school to congratulate you and welcome you to our alumni community. Your future contributions of time, advocacy, and leadership will further build the global LBS brand and the reputation of which we're also proud. I salute you on your successful graduation and wish you a fabulous day of celebrations. So congratulations, you'll hear this word many times over. Thank you.
Students and guests, Sergei Gurev, Professor of Economics and Dean of the London Business School.
Dear Chair, dear David, dear governors, fellow congregation speakers, dear faculty and staff, dear family members, parents, guests, and first and foremost, dear students, yes, still students for another couple of hours. Welcome to the Royal Festival Hall, to the celebration of the amazing LBS graduating class of 2026. Dear graduates, congratulations. Today is your graduation day, and it is normal for you to think this is it, this is the start of something new and big, and that is true. You're about to move forward with energy and intent, taking with you everything that you've learned at LBS during many months of study. But before you celebrate the new chapter, I want you to stop for a moment and recognize what you have already achieved. You've made the decision to apply to LBS. Some might call this decision a courageous, even ambitious decision, given our high standards and our non-trivial tuition fees. You're one of the very small cohort admitted to one of the world's top business schools. You've come through demanding programs, and you have succeeded. You can, and you should be, proud to be in this room. And we, the whole LBS community, faculty, staff, alumni, and I personally, we are very proud of you, too. You're now leaving the safe environment of LBS and re-entering the world that is on fire. A year ago, I told your predecessors that the world was difficult and uncertain. And those were challenging times. That's what I said. Today, I can be less, and I will be less circumspect. The world is on fire. Many of you have seen screens on campus split between LBS news in the upper half and the world news in the lower half. And the contrast is hard to miss. LBS is doing well, the world is not. These are dark times. But as Martin Luther King said in 1968, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. You are the stars. A congregation speaker is supposed to give the graduates a piece of advice. I'm going to give you 3, including one that you've already heeded. The first piece of advice, of course, is something you've already followed. You have come to LBS, and here we teach agency. This matters not only for you, not only for LBS, it matters for the world. There is no team B. There is no other team coming to save the world. You are the team. We count on you. So do what you believe should be done. Do what you believe is the right thing. Do not be afraid to do the right thing. Doing will define who you are. Carl Jung once said, you are what you do, not what you say you do. And in academic context is, as Robin Sharma once wrote, that means knowing but not doing is the same as not knowing. So use what you've learned here. And in time of radical uncertainty, of course, there is a temptation to succumb to freeze. You can say, where can I go? I have no map. And in this complex world, we cannot give you a detailed map, but we can give you a compass. So you have the right sense of direction. And this is already very helpful for going ahead. Now, related to this idea of the choice of the right sense of direction and sticking to this direction is my second piece of advice: focus. Don't do everything, focus on what is important. Burnout and overwork should not be objects of pride. In some corners of today's business world, exhaustion has quietly become a status symbol. I want to push back against that. Warren Buffett told us that really successful people say no to almost everything. How to do this? How to focus on what you do best? Well, Peter Drucker, a management guru, said, do what you do best and outsource the rest. Today, you have a powerful new tool to outsource the rest. Use AI for the routine, the repetitive, the merely competent, saves you scarce attention for the things that only you can do. Burnout is not a sign of prestige. You have agency. You can choose your priorities. And my third piece of advice is it's all about a team. Nobody does anything important and consequential alone. AI will help you, but human collaboration matters more than ever. Build connections. Keep the connections you've built here. LBS doesn't teach only finance and strategy. It also teaches diversity, kindness, and tolerance. Carry those three with you, because the world urgently needs them. Since I mentioned AI, I should say that I've written this speech on my own. And I recommend you do the same. AI can help you, but it is your judgment, as David said, your critical thinking, the skills and connections you've made here is something that we want you to carry you forward. Now it's time to say goodbye, and saying goodbye is always sad. But you're not leaving LBS. You're simply transitioning from being students to being cherished members of our alumni community. I'm happy to report that in my 2 years as dean, I have finally delivered on what our student association, Maggie's predecessor, Priel, asked me on the day I arrived. We now have a lifelong LBS email, and you have all received an invitation to our brand new digital alumni platform, My LBS. As our chair, David Pyatt, would tell me, wow, done within 2 years, Formula One speed. Like many in this community, you will come back to LBS for reunions, for sharing your insights with new generations of students, and for more learning. The world is changing so fast that lifelong learning is no longer a luxury, it is a necessity. Fortunately, LBS is here for you too, with our world-class research faculty, always at the frontier with new ideas and new insights produced before LLMs can summarize them. And thanks to a generous gift from an LBS alumnus, we have a Forever Learning initiative that will help you continuously refresh your knowledge and skills after you graduate. So for reunions or for new courses, LBS will always be your home. We will miss you, and you're always welcome back. On behalf of LBS, on behalf of everyone on this stage, I can say it's been a privilege to teach you. Thank you for coming to LBS. And once again, huge congratulations.
I now invite Daria Mackey from our Masters in Analytics and Management class of 2026 to share reflections on her student experience.
Wow. To Sergey, Kira, our faculty and staff, our families, friends, and the brilliant graduating class of 2026, good morning. My name is Daria, and I'm from the Masters in Analytics and Management program. I am honored to stand in front of you today. I still remember our very first welcome event at LBS. They were reading out the countries one by one, and we stood up for wherever we called home. 81 nationalities in one room. When they said Belarus, I stood up. looked around, and I was the only one standing. It turned out to be the perfect introduction for this year. LBS has a way of bringing together outstanding people from every corner of the world. Any feeling of standing out disappeared almost immediately. What started as a room full of strangers quickly became a community that felt like family. To be honest, this year almost didn't happen for me. I submitted my application exactly 1 minute before the deadline. LBS had always felt like one of those places you admire from a distance. I wasn't completely sure I belonged here. But I clicked submit anyway. I'm telling you this not because it's my story, but because every one of us had our own version of that moment. The application we nearly didn't submit, the doubt before the leap, or the first day when everything felt so unfamiliar. That's what we share, not our program, not where we come from, but the decision to take a chance. Now let us go back to when the year started. Before we had really had the time to settle in, we were balancing lectures, group projects, interviews, and deadlines. And somehow, all of us were still saying yes to everything that LBS had to offer, never missing a sundowner, a pub night, a coffee chat, a guest speaker event, or a career fair. We led clubs, organized tracks, joined conferences, took part in hackathons, and somewhere along the way, built friendships that will last beyond this year. And then there was recruitment. We celebrated the interviews that went well, the offers that finally came through, and the career pivots that opened doors we didn't expect. But we also knew the other side of it too. The networking messages that were left unanswered, the applications that disappeared into silence, the rejections that made us question our plans, and somehow those moments brought us closer together. Looking back, none of us did this alone. To every parent, partner, and friend in this room, thank you. You answered every phone call, carried us through every rejection, reminded us to keep going, and celebrated every single win along the way. This day is not only ours, it is yours too. And to our faculty, thank you for challenging us to think differently. To our program teams, career teams, and everyone behind the scenes, thank you for making an experience of this scale feel so personal. And to everyone who helped build this community, from club leaders to alumni to every classmate in this room, thank you for making LBS feel like home. We all arrived here with a plan. After all, having one was part of the admissions process. But I hope that somewhere this year, your plan changed. I hope you took an elective outside your track. I hope you joined a club you weren't expecting to. I hope you discovered opportunities you weren't planning for. Because some of the best things happened this year were the ones none of us could have planned for. And today, we leave with far more than a degree. We leave with new perspectives, with new friends that cross continents, with a community that will stay with us long after today. So before we celebrate, I would like you to do one thing. Look around this room. These are the people who turned one extraordinary year into something we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives. We arrived here from 81 countries. Today, we leave connected by one unforgettable journey. And although this day marks as the end of our time at LBS, I hope it's remembered as the beginning of everything that comes next. Congratulations, graduating class of 2026.
I came to LBS to learn how to get what I want, and what I really learned was how to be who I am. And that process of becoming a better version of myself at LBS has been what I cherish the most.
Every time I walk into LBS, I feel energized. And I met so many kind people. It made me feel that anything is possible at LBS.
What makes LBS so special, honestly, it's the people, the students, the faculty, and everyone at the school.
3 things stand out to me: the community in terms of the sense of belonging you find, the wealth of resources that are available to help you at any point in time, and the passion that the lecturers have for what they teach.
I think a highlight for me has to be the end-of-year event that the Student Association always hosts. It felt like one big celebration of what LBS is about. A lot of people from different backgrounds, different experiences.
Now I can say that thanks to my cohort, I have like 50 people that I know I can trust and that understand business, that I can call anytime and I can receive advice from.
Wherever you get to go around the globe, you'll meet someone who's been in contact with LBS.
Being here was so special because I was not looking just into a career perspective, but like me as a whole human being.
There have been programs for entrepreneurship that have really opened my eyes and brought new focus.
I think the ceiling that I thought I had for myself 2 years ago doesn't match the room that I'm in today, and really that is down to LBS.
I feel like LBS gave us all a lot of different things, a big toolkit. Giving back to the community is something that I'm looking forward to in the future.
My message to you all would be proud of yourself. You have done well.
LBS is not just a one-time thing. The moment you enter, it doesn't stop there, and LBS is always forever.
LBS has given us a very good foundation. As we explore what life has for us, let's keep connecting.
Continue talking to people from different backgrounds, even with people you wouldn't immediately agree with. We're all very different, but the thing we have in common is the community.
Stay friends, stay connected, and we'll keep meeting you every year.
Now is really a good time to celebrate our achievements.
Keep the fire within.
Enjoy every moment.
Stick around as part of this amazing community. I hope our alumni network becomes a support network.
My challenge to you is make sure that you take this and do something big with it, something bold, something ambitious, and something that could make a difference.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kira Vore, and it's my honor to be the Program Director for the Graduate Master's Programs at London Business School. I now invite our Dean, Sergei Guriev, to come forward to present the Best Teacher Award on behalf of this year's Masters in Management cohort. It is my pleasure to announce Stephanie Chen, Assistant Professor of Marketing, as this year's winner. She is recognized for delivering consistently engaging lectures that bring marketing to life and inspire students to take the subject seriously through relevant and impactful teaching. The Best Teacher Award holds special meaning as its recipients are chosen directly by the awarding class. In the name of the governing body and as Program Director, I now have the honor to present the following graduates of the Masters in Management program at London Business School. Christy Abu Jaude. Arian Agarwal. Emma Aguirre. Ronit Ahuja. Ali Alaraimi. Jaime Alvesa Halve. Faik Asan Ali. Khaled Al-Sabah. Antony Aoun. Carlotta Apollonia. Sanika Atarde. Harry Atterbury. Javier Leandro Audicoichea. Garance Marie Luitza Oti. Sarah Asaria. Chiara Bachfischer. Grégoire Bastos. Lisa Inez Baudet. Faustine Benant. Bharat Batar. Advetisha Birla. Gian Filippo Borsotti. Oscar Bourgois. Camille Boutaleb. Paul Braque de la Perrière. Filippo Brachetti. Tim Breuer. Maxime Bron. Matteo Capello. Mohammed Emir Çelik. Wenhao Chang. Vaishnavi Chavali. Nicole Chia. Churju Chen. Xiao Ge Chen. Maria Grazia Chiaya Noya. Lilia Scheibe. Toby Francis Hargrove Clark. Dai Zichi. Maria Luisa de Oliveira Vicente de Azevedo. Ellie de Roque. Marco Decobec. Jean Delsa. Mariana de Cristina. Tessa Georgievich Silepchevich. Priyanka Amit Doshi. Sabrina Dragan. Amber Drissi Kejuni. Yu Tong Du. Sarah Diani. Johanna Annika Ehrlich. Derinsu Ekije. Alia Jade El Alami. Ali El Botol. Salma El Hamdi. Adam Elwan. Munir Fadel. Ludovica Maria Fideli. Max Feelings. Ladislas Ferret. Sebastian Falk. Maxime Louis Faure. Lisa Francisca Frese. Jing Ge. Finley Gill. Rishi Gireya. Santiago Giorgini. João Francisco Gomes. Carlos González Gallarza. Corbin Green. Alessio Guglielmi. Jan Gulez. Riya Gupta. Vedika Gupta. Nipa Arun Gupta. Antonia Sofia Leoni Haffa. George Harrington. Owen Havercroft. Anastasia Herrera. Lala Sarah Hoffman. Junbo Huang. Moritz Hüttgen. Abhishek Iyer. Erik Jakob. Ansh Jain. Samkit Jain. Arnav Jalan. Gabrielle Chaubert. Sammy Jennifer. Jack Jennings. Pancho Jadvani. Arhan Manas Chacharia. Rajvi Rajesh Javari. Navjot Singh Juneja. Atharva Karkanis. Malak Jane Khalil. Hui Soo Kim. Erika Kitsutani. Julia Knautz. Vashita Kodakandla. Inmo Ku. Ivan Korobov. Jakub Kowalski. Barbara Krylova. Denise Yenti Kwa. Iha Ko. Raina Lalu. Ennio Lamari. Chun Hin Lau. Nong Lei. Jean Dirilac. Calixte Locudet. Agathe Leclerc. Han Yuan Long. Wei Chen Ling. Ken Lipipan. Ratuja Lokhande. Ariel Liu. Yu Kai Lu. Mathis Dominique Jean-Philippe Lyonnais. Ines Mabrouk. Ronel Magdani. Tatiana Martinova Makarieva. Yelisaveta Makarina. Cormac Malahan. Malaika Mamin Matthew. Aboli Mandage. Lena Markovic. Otila Martin. Isabel Menendez Magana. Carlotta Menozzi. Beatriz Mesquita Blanca. Benjamin Michel. Ethan Mitchener. Namish Mittal. Saksha Mittal. Jan Luca Müller. Clara Montai. Louis Morugaya. Rita Mireni Dunia. Andy Naum. Eduardo Nardi. Daniel Nasmi. Julien Noel. Carla Noguera Chavez. Daniel Oguama. Peter Ukufua. Samuel O'Neill. Gilles Otz. Elliot O'Toole. Mohammed Oidat. Teoman Öztürk. Dash Anup Parekh. Irie Paquet. Felipe Francois Pascual. Federico Pasquarelli. Isabella Fennick. Natalie Pullman. Harika Potula. Pavel Garig Prasak. Amir Rahmani Khalili. Miriam Ramuni. Victor Ranu Wetterwald. Anna Maria Rebic. Anna Rashidko. Henrik Rettedal Scheveland. Romeo Roche. Ishika Ruya. Leon Rydell. Ishak Rahman Sadat. Pasa Jalaluddin Sadat Tirani. Fatumata Santara. Theresia Schenzilots. Lieselotte Schmidberger. Lukas Schuster. Umut Jerda Sehat. Yash Sharma. Rishika Sandeep Singh. Seema Sino. Akshara Reddy Sirgapur. Charlotte Skribanowitz. Maya Sokolovska. Olivia Solari del Sol. Sanskruti Soni. Daniel Stiel. Ming Su Son. Snega Suresh. Carol Joyce C. Anas Taki. Arush Tandon. Xiomara Tantalian Salas. Ruben Thibault. Kartal Tepebasi. Aaron Renee Tushotsky. Karen Tome. Niao Min An Chun. Paulina Ustimenko. Sven Van Helten. Fernando Varela Melian. Anton Viguer. Amy Mahendra Vitalani. Sejun Van. Ziying Guan. Wan Ti Wang. Yunhan Wang. Setanan Vangyon Krakul. Robert Wilson. Jules Winter. Xu Jinghua. Ruiling Xu. Younes Yarsarda. Maria Yevlash. Yip Ren Wei. Song Ju Yun. Jia Yue. Chong Zhen. Han Yu Zhang. Huayan Zhang. Bess Zhang. Vivian Zhang. Kioshu Zhang. Kasra Musavi Rapeni. Kashita Wadwa. Ruyuan Zhang. Xinrong Cheng. Please join me in congratulating the Masters in Management class of 2026. I now invite our Dean, Sergei Guriev, to come forward to present the Best Teacher Award on behalf of this year's Masters in Analytics and Management cohort. It is my pleasure to announce Kostis Christodoulou. Kostis is a clinical professor of management science and operations and academic director of our MBA, Masters in Analytics and Management, and EMBA Global programs. Kostis is celebrated for his outstanding teaching and genuine care for his students, challenging and inspiring them from day one, fostering excitement for learning and providing constant support and encouragement that made him both an exceptional lecturer and a trusted presence throughout the program. In the name of the governing body and as program director, I now have the honor to present the following graduates of the Masters in Analytics and Management program at London Business School. Waraba Danswa Aban. Karim Al-Badan. Sarah Alvi. Efe Ama Tete. Adis Arslan. Pranav Srikar Bangalore Sachiachandan. Elena Bensael. Soumya Bardwaj. Blake Burke. Mehmet Eren Çelik. Saloni Chaudhry. Saiwalia Chedamala. Mia Shilala. Kinsun Chung. Dante Chiarabini Isabadel. Christy Chung. Jacopo Cometti. Alessandro Condorelli. Gaspar de Silveira. Kayang Dai. Jaj Shatin Damani. Nuno David. Qingyi Dong. Abdul Hamid Elfil. Benjamin Ensel. Gisem Ergin. Ishwa Naved. Zhengwei Fang. Andrea Galushka. Philip Geiger. Zelu Gong. Yin Man Ho. Francesca Iannacci. Louis Carathanos. Muhammad Ali Kawaja. Campbell Clopel. Ansur Kopaliani. Pranit Kumar Lakimsetti. Francisco Lancastre. Joy Lee. Louisa Light. Giovanna Lima. Hao Jingling. Yi Wei Lu. Evelina Luizu. Avris Stavros Lupas. Joseph Lyons. Daria Mackey. Neha Naim. Yiru Nie. Pan Yu Guang. Konstantinos Pasalis. Jan Jan Peng. Pabasha Pereira. Anastasios Pilijos. Lasse Jakob Plagemeyer. Krishika Rathod. Anushriya Roy. Nalabjo Roy. Wasim Rikibat. Sarut Somchinda. Jingjing Zhu. Rashad Mahabub Sayed. Andra Elena Tanasi. Savannah Marie Talk. Olivier Alexander Van Ooyen. Celine Vinita. Christian Alexander Weber. Jan Peter Wirtz. Jiang Siyu Wu. Jue Ching Wu. Cha Ka-young. Ziyi Chu. Ishika Kayal Jasmine Sheet. Wenjing Chen. Yu Tian. Kai Yi Jing. Minia Daniel Florescu. Christian Dimitrov. Malak Ait Haj. Zhu Wendu. Please join me in congratulating the Masters in Analytics and Management class of 2026.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, graduating students, friends, and family. Each year, we award a small number of honorary degrees and awards to individuals who have given exceptional service to our school. Today, it is my great privilege to introduce a remarkable individual and a dear friend who's being honored with the prestigious title of Fellow of London Business School. Antoinette Vermelier is a familiar face to many here. She's frequently in our classes as a distinguished guest speaker, on panels. She was doing a keynote address on campus last week. She's on important committees for our school. She's the vice chair of our campaign leadership board. A whole community of Gallifrey scholars comes together, as they will tonight, to celebrate the impact that she and her husband John have had through the Gallifrey Foundation, which they run. Her engagement on campus resonates. Her engagement resonates in part because she represents our values. In very many ways, she represents the best of us. Like many here, Antoinette has a background that spans several countries. She's one of the few people I know who has origins in Gibraltar. Perhaps that's country number 82 for today. She spent her formative years in Lagos, Nigeria, where she developed her lifelong love for the sea. She studied in the UK and Switzerland. And with her husband, John, she helped create a very successful and thriving business. And then she did something remarkable. She and John said, "We have enough to live on. We will apply our energy and our resources to solving some of the big problems facing the world. Whether it's the challenge of climate change, marine and plastic pollution, endangered species, gender equity, or another important and inspiring challenge, the LBS fundraising campaign, Antoinette brings her trademark energy to the cause. She engages with grace and kindness. She inspires people and communities. She takes on and overcomes powerful vested interests. And she has a profound impact. She shows that we can make a difference. We, as humans, little people, can make a difference. Having watched her, having learned from her, and admired her for the work she does, I take 4 lessons from her. 1, and this may be relevant to all of us, pick big problems to work on, to spend your lives on. Communicate them by personalizing the details and making it relevant to those around you and connecting it to the big picture. Don't just do it by yourself. Create and catalyze coalitions. And finally, always be learning. Antoinette reflects the values that we hold dear as an institution: curiosity, commitment, generosity, community. One of Antoinette's initiatives is called She Changes Climate. She changes our community. We're immensely proud to recognize Antoinette Vermillier for her outstanding contributions and the profound impact of her work. I invite the chairman of our governing body, Dr. David Pyatt, CBE, for the oration for the conferment of the award of Fellow of London Business School.
Thank you, Rajesh. By the authority of the governing body of London Business School, I have the honour of confirming the title of Honorary Fellow on Antoinette Vermillier. Please join me in congratulating her on this recognition of her exceptional contributions and profound impact to the world, but especially for us, London Business School.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you, Sergey. Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you, London Business School. But enough about me. Congratulations to all of you. You're nearly there. This is the day. Wow! Fantastic. And to every friend, partner, parent, an invisible guardian who has followed you along the way and upheld you. Thank you to you too. You know who you are, and so do they. So now, you must be all so excited. I've just watched everyone go up on the stage, and I've really shared that joy. I'm sure you're all relieved it's nearly over. But now, as you go back into the real world, the real work begins. Unless you're a lawyer or a doctor, which has a pretty clear path, it's pretty hard to predict where a business career will go. It's a zigzag. It's up, it's down, it's in, it's out. So, let me get some bad news over with first. I owe you all an apology. On behalf of everyone older than you, my generation and the ones before you extracted great wealth from systems, social, financial, and ecological. They went to the party. They ordered all the wine, the food. They spent lavishly, and they didn't think about the bill. But guess what? They left you with it. Now, we are amidst the 6th mass extinction. We are facing ocean and climate warming, pollution beyond belief. I won't go into that, that takes ages. These are on the collective balance sheet that you inherit. But these externalities are still not showing on corporate balance sheets. How you manage that legacy will comprise some of the most important personal and business decisions that you make in your life. Today's playbook leaves us all unprepared. It's been mentioned by David and Sergey. It is being rewritten in real time. Climate disruption, look at last week. London Climate Action Week, and climate said, I want to be shown. Geopolitical fracture, no comment. AI, and dissolving trust in science and institutions. So think of it this way. Everything we do on this planet has an impact, like a boulder dropped in the ocean. It ripples. But do you want to amplify good ripples or bad? My 100% conviction is each of you graduates in this room will face a moment where doing the right thing is also the harder, slower, and possibly less profitable one. That moment is your test. If you get to experience the joy of having made something better than when you found it, then please hold on to that feeling, because that's what will feed your heart, your mind, your soul, and your future. And surprisingly, I tell you all of this not to depress you, but to show you that disruption creates opportunity. It is the mechanism of evolution. You just have to be brave enough to walk into it. But bravery isn't enough on its own. You need some tools to go with it. And here are the 4 that have mattered most on my journey, and I passed on to our kids, and I hope that they help you with your legacy. Creativity. Sir Ken Robinson said it is as important as literacy. The problems ahead don't have solutions. We're going to have to be creative. And I want you to train yourself to think laterally and to look tangentially for solutions. Resilience, because oaks snap, but willows bend with grace. You will fail at something important. We all do. The deep question is whether you recover with your values intact or whether you quietly trade them away for the easier option. Compassion. It doesn't mean being soft. It's the strongest force for long-term success. The people and systems that are disrupted by climate, economic, ecological, and social changes are not abstractions. They are real. So push back on the zero-sum instinct, the idea that to win, someone else has to lose. Cooperation and profit are not opposites. Sometimes they amplify each other in ways that pure competition never could. And humility. You are LBS graduates. You leave here knowing a great deal. But you don't have to be the smartest person in the room. Just find people who know things you don't and listen. Somewhere along the way, business decided that certain qualities were weaknesses. Empathy, thinking long-term, actually taking care of the people you work with, your employees, your suppliers, and your partners. It's not every business, but it is a trend. I think that's wrong. I don't think those are soft skills. I think they are superpowers. So bring them back, please. Lead with empathy. Understanding what someone needs is not just what they're asking for, is one of the most powerful skills one can have at a negotiating table, in a boardroom, at home, anywhere. And the industries that need reinventing the most and super urgently are food, energy, finance, healthcare, logistics. And those are exactly where people like you who give a damn can do the most good. When I was a child in Lagos, Nigeria, I was given some wise advice by an old man. Walk on the ground as if it hurts every time you step on it. Tread with the lightest touch. Treat the world, your resources, your stakeholders with deep respect. Every supply chain decision you make, every product you launch, every market you enter, pause before you put your foot down. Look at where you're about to step. Something is already there. Something will be displaced. Where does it go? So, please be better at this than we were. And I actually believe you will be, because you are smart, you are creative, you are resilient, you are compassionate, and you are humble. Now go out and make it happen. Thank you.
As director of our graduate master's programs, including the Master's in Financial Analysis, it is my pleasure to announce Alex Edmonds, Professor of Finance, as this year's winner of the MFA Best Teacher Award. Go ahead. Professor Edmonds was not able to join us today, but we will make sure he receives his award. In the name of the governing body and as program director, I now have the honor to present the following graduates of the Masters in Financial Analysis program at London Business School. Jad Abdul Malak. Ariane Agarwal. Victor Allard. Matthias Amiel. Gayatri Arivuselvam. Rhea Arora. Leonard Betts. Kervi Bajaj. Liam Bakker. George Bol Galzeran. Himanshi Bansal. Francisco Batista. Louison Badassier. Martin Robert Henri Barthélemy. Lucas Bennett. Giulia Bisolotti. Ludovico Bizios. Denzel Boateng. Leonardo Bonanno. Frei Lorenz Bötel. Jonathan Böttner. Yahya Boumatu. Adel Bousmar. Einar Briem. André Paul. Manas Baisani. Gabriele Casale. Eugene Cha. Gian Chana. Maggie Chen. Patrick Chen. Sunny Chen. Heng Yu Chen. Stephanie Chen. Juyul Chow. Francisca Coelho Borges. Mariana Correa. Hayden Coughlin. Gianluca Cremona. Sonia Daftari. Prashant Dangol. Rali Dauji Elidrisi. Apolline Davril. Briac de Maneville. John Demus Dachantoy. Cristobal Delgado Cavero. Margot Devagne. Noah Ditz. Oliver Dotchkal. Fabrian Adrian Domokos. Jules Doncelot. Sylvia Du. Federico Dubioso Ticozzi Valerio. Zoe Duhamel. Vania Dusica. Kian Dewire. Rita El Boukfawi. Kenza El Shakawi. Fatima El Faki. Elias El Mizrabi. Melka Falkenström. Clara Fan. Feng Bingwei. Alejandro Fernandez Hortal. Sophie Fischer. Lily Fleschsieg. Joshua Fowler. Oscar Fontaine. Charlotte Förger. Alessio Francia. Jorge Josué Franco Torres. Federico Fregi. Alice Friedberger. Aldo Gelati. Shivangi Gera. Eva Schirth. André Gouraishi. Louis Schigel. Nikolai Jursky Nilsson. Bavia Goel. Igor Grigorenko. Carla Guglielmi. Daphne Gingash. Shaili Gupta. Dilara Gur. Naomi Hanun. Miguel Hernandez Visuraga. Miela Hood. Pranshu Jain. Chung Hyun Shun. Vuk Jevrich. Smriti Javer. Jang Izin. Yino Jing. Neri Julian. Arav Kaka. Bruno Kameyama Pereira. Samba Malik Conte. Kartikeya Koshal. Michal Kobus. Nishika Kokta. Alexander Kanditerovs. William Kaur. Anna Korshunova. Tarasha Kotari. Mikolai Kushmarsky. Ava Lasar. Michele Lentini. Zhongzhou Li. Zhentong Li. Stephanie Lim. Jerry Lin. Bruno Loeffler. Alphonse Lowe. Lyth Lolas. Chenny Lun. Bernadetta Lusky. Yasmina Mahsoumi. Kasper Mokolski. Jacopo Margilo. Sophie Massa. Michelangelo Mauro. Lian Meng. Christopher Michelon. Sebastian Michel. Fyodor Minashan. Cedric Mobet. Carlos Cristian Montes Covarrubias. Soroush Mushtag. Amira Munsef. Lorenz Müller. Esther Mühl. Giorgio Mutoni. Firanz Naj. Rawan Namasov. Ryan Nasser. Farah Nassef. Alejandra Navarro Tapia. Erik Nilsson. Ethan Ng. Nguyen. Mikolai Novak. Maritina Doku. Justin Oberbeckman. Larissa Chiara Oberholzer. Robert Alexander Ömischen. Lewis O'Neill. Pablo Orosa Fitzsimmons. Clement Ostrovsky. Alamin Oyewu. Doruk Ostugran. Vittoria Palmieri. Carla Marie Massarini. Artem Patlashan. Igor Pavlenko. Esteban Paneranda. Miguel Pereira. Simayo Pereira Gonçalves. Pauline Philippon. Path Ponche. Laurian Pop. Kazra Pohediri. Anna Poguium. Adonis Pazarayorgos. Yu Xian. Ana Sofia Quintanilla Sepulveda. Jesus Gispe Fernandez. Anshul Ranjan. Christina Rapp. Joseph Rayal. Will Robson. Katerina Rosarova. Onindita Shaha. Gabrielle Salawi. Marlon Salgado. Nina Schiller. Taban Schmidt. Laura Schrammick. Nicolas Semanas. Aryan Shah. Rushil Shah. Anushri Sharma. Marco Shu. Fabrizia Sorrentino. Maximilian Speer. Paolo Sperti. Elias Spindler. Joseph Stanbrook. Dimitris Stathogiannopoulos. Rebecca Stephenson. Paulus Stepankus. Benedict Stolle. Matt Sultana. Rachel Sun. Valentin Suerwald. Paul Svoboda. Shumbor Sabadosh. Joyce Teng. Nicholas Tawil. Pearl Takrar. Baron Tomrook. Mireia Torres Urivet-Shivaria. Smayan Tulshan. Antonio Urbano Ferreira Alves Freixo. Ibrahim Saad Usmani. Antonio Vanacore. Emma Vanin. Maxime Ventura. Martina Villa. Marcelo Virue. Camille Vakrim. Leonie Wallstabe. Jason Wang. Yiti Weng. Ya Wen Weng. Cosimo Winkler. Paula Volas. Mathilda Vrede. Yu Chung Shong. Yatika. Emily Yu. Zain Sawadeh. Robin Serra. Vanessa Zhang. Boyang Zhang. Stephen Junzi Zhang. Selena Zhou. Claire Cho. David Matuk Sasso. Joyce Yang. Shivani Posani. Ethan Ignusko. Nicholas Papadatos. Adrian Bellinger. Thomas Dupont. Dunia Akespi. Chaime Afkir. Celine Shen. Baptiste Gustin Abinasif. Please join me in congratulating the Masters of Financial Analysis class of 2026.
Thank you all for that enthusiastic welcome. Well, it's almost over. I'm your last speaker on your last day as an LBS student. I'm Ryan Kruger, MIF graduate and chair of the LBS Alumni Council, and I'm here to reassure you that while your time on campus may be ending, your experience is far from over. As others said, you're just starting a new chapter, that of an LBS alumnus. You're now part of a great family, almost 60,000 strong, and spread across 160 countries. And all of them, just like all of us, want to help you to succeed. Whether you're taking a new job, or still looking for a job, when you're moving to a new city, or you're just seeking a new friend, your LBS family will be there for you. Today, tomorrow, and in the years to come. But from today, the dynamic shifts. From today, you'll be one of the ones with guidance that others will seek. Soon, you'll receive requests for coffee chats. You'll get requests for job connections, for advice, or simply from support. You'll be tempted to bypass these requests sometimes because life gets busy. When you're busy, I ask you to remember how you feel today. Think of the times when you needed support. Think of the pride you feel sitting in this room. Then respond favorably and help where you can. Our community and the value that you derive from it will be much greater as a result. As a guide, LBS has created the Alumni Pledge, which reminds us of the roles that we play in making positive, lasting contributions to our industries and communities. I invite you to join thousands of other LBS alumni and to listen or to take the pledge together. Let's listen now to some alumni as they share the pledge with us. Thank you.
I stand here today equipped with the knowledge, the skills, and the relationship I gained at London Business School.
Continuing a story that's uniquely mine.
As I make my way, I'll carry the spirit of LBS.
I'll be rigorous, open, curious, and inspiring.
Recognize the profound impact I make on my community and the world.
I will continue to value and uphold the rights, experiences, and perspectives of others.
Respecting the diversity I experienced at the school.
I acknowledge the privilege that comes with being a part of our exceptional community
and embrace my role in contributing to this growth and success of the school.
Wherever I go in life.
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 LBS will always be a part of me.
Students and guests, I now invite your Dean to close our congregation. Please remain in your seats until the stage party procession has departed the auditorium. Thank you.
Congratulations again. Before closing this amazing ceremony, I would like to run a round of applause to people who made it possible, not just for us, but also for you. In addition to students, there are many family members, parents, guests, friends who supported you through this journey. Let's thank them with a round of applause for what they've done for you. And with that, I have an honor to announce this ceremony officially closed. Congratulations again.